Can you tell us a little bit about the very beginning of your law career, right out of law school?
Yeah, my first job was a clerk for the Chief Judge of the Arizona Court of Appeals, which is a fairly prestigious post to take. And after that, I went to the Public Defender's Office. Now that's very, very unrelated to the practice I'm in now, but the beauty of starting my career in the Public Defender's Office is that I woke up and went to work in the courtroom, and I stayed in the courtroom for at least half a day, if not all day, every single day. And I did that for years. And so I've got a familiarity and a comfort level in the courtroom that very few other attorneys ever get, especially attorneys that do civil law, and even more so the attorneys that do intellectual property law, because those kinds of practices don't spend a lot of time in court. They just don't. Criminal law, which is what I did as a public defender, I was in court all day, every day. So I got a level of exposure to courtroom practice that is just rare in this day and age. After that, I moved on to a civil litigation firm where I started my practice in the civil area, which is what I do now. Did a lot of litigation, continued to do there, and the firm trusted me to go to court more often than a lot of the other new attorneys because I did have a lot of courtroom background. Stayed at that firm for about 4 years. Then I moved to a boutique law firm that did a lot of high-end commercial litigation, which includes your intellectual property work, which is a big portion of my practice now, but a lot of complex business transactions and litigation. Spent a couple years there, and then I decided it was time to move out on my own. After a couple years, I joined up with a partner who had similar interests, and we had been friends in law school, and so we both had the same kind of goals in setting up a practice, and the same kind of, we both came from that same large law firm. And we saw how things could be. We saw the way that large firms practice. We saw the level of service that a large firm can provide, but we also saw the pressure to bill hours and the high rates, and we wanted to do something different. We wanted to offer that same level of service with less of the overhead, less of the fees, and a more personal touch. So we formed Israel and Gerity, and we've been together as a firm since 2002, so it's been about 13 years now. And we do a wide variety of civil litigation, and I, of course, have the focus on the intellectual property, where I do litigation work and also the applications, copyrights, trademarks, all kinds of different kinds of intellectual property work, as well as a lot of general small business representation, a lot of litigation and contract review, forming companies and advising small businesses on their legal needs.